Hey guys, back with another CUL video today, and today I'm going to be showing you guys, this has been requested a lot by you viewers, but a warrior guide. Since I'm playing a warrior, I'll making this warrior guide for those wondering how to play a warrior, what path you should choose, what's the best gear, what's the best rune upgrades, and so on. So first of all, I want to start with the three paths, right? We have Executioner, Gladiator, and Fang. Now, the Executioner and Fang, it's a DPS path. You can see it on the top right here. You can see the DPS, it shows the DPS path, and the tank, the Gladiator, is a tank path. Now, before you choose, I'm going to start with the tank path, because I think that's the path most people are wondering about, and tank is really required in raids, and there's a lot of shortage on good tanks. So I'm going to go through the tank path first. Then I'm going to do the Fang, then I'm going to leave the Executioner for the end, because I haven't played much Executioner. I played some Executioner, but not a lot, so I can't tell you too much about Executioner, but I'll try my best to explain what I think is best as an Executioner, tank, and Fang. So as you know, I play a lot of tank. I've tanked all the hard raids, and I play a lot of Fang. Fang is my main path. Even though I do tank in all my raids, Fang is my main path. I enjoy Fang the most in PvE, in PvP, and just roam around in Fang. Everything, my legend set is based on Fang and not a tank. So let's look at the Gladiator first. So Gladiator, you can read the description here. Increase your parry rate, gives you a 20% crush resistance, decrease damage you take from monsters, which is good for raids. Each level increases your vitality. Vitality is your HP. So every time it will increase by 3 points, strength by 1, and spirit by 2 points. Spirit is also used for tanking. Now let's look at the spells. It will give you a spell called Gladiator Hard, and the setup I use. So what's important is you want to upgrade all these small trees as for the tank. You don't have to maximum upgrade the Gladiator Hard, because it's only how long the Gladiator Hard lasts. But it's okay to have it last for a couple seconds. Now, let's look at the spells first. So what I would use as a Gladiator would be, if I'm going full tanking, like dungeon, hard raids, Flaming Sigil, very important, Lava Quake, Searing Chains, of course, and Tempest or Magma Spikes. Now, let's go through the spells. So Lava Quake gives you a shield. It heals you up if you have a set bonus rolling, but the most important thing having Lava Quake is, you see these spells right here, increases parry effect by 12% when Lava Quake is used. So when you use Lava Quake, your parry increases, so you always want to have, when you're fighting a boss, you want to use that Lava Quake to increase your parry so you don't die that easily. Also, it gives you a shield. Also, it can heal you if you're using the G set, a Divine G set. Let me see if I can find the Divine G set. Should have, yeah, here, G lava set. You can the Lava Quake can increase your restore your HP by 30% of the shield effect. So that's why you want to have that rolling. Then you have the Flaming Sigil, which I'm using. Flaming Sigil, so look at this, okay? My HP right now is 20.7k. Once I use the Flaming Sigil, my HP is almost over it's over 26k. So increase the HP, increase your HP, and it gives you higher damage boost. So that's why you want to have Flaming Sigil rolling, very important for hard boss fights, so you can increase your HP and heal yourself up. You have the passive spell, Burning Blessing. It also increases your HP and heals you. You do not want to use them at the same time because they don't stack, so you want to always have them in a nice rotation. Searing Chains, very important, because this is how you take aggro from bosses. You want to have the Searing Chains always on as a tank. Then you have the Gladiator Heart, also gives you a shield, can reset, and it also increases your parry rate. So you can stack a lot of parry rate on top of each other with these different spells. Now, a lot of people ask about Tempest. So Tempest Rage has a rune upgrade which can give you a shield, right? Tempest Rage will give you a shield when used, so it's good to use as a tank. It also does damage, always doing damage to like attract ads and so on. But you can also use Magma Spikes as a tank. It won't let you move, but what it does do, if you're rolling a G set, Divine G set, which is a good set, the Magma Spikes will give you a Lava Quake shield effect. also, if you're rolling resolution, rune upgrade, you also take the decreased damage taken on you. So you can choose between Tempest and Magma. I run Tempest, but Magma Spikes is also good. Now, what sets should you have as a tank? Now, as a tank, you want to have the Glad set. I don't have the Glad set, so let's find a Glad set right now. So L Legend Glad set. Warrior. Let's find a warrior. Shenna here. Gladiator L set. Alright, the Gladiator L set increase damage resistance by 20% when your HP gets low. So when the boss hits you hard, you can get more damage resistance. And the Gladiator increase parry rate by additional 30%. So even you almost have 100% parry rolling at that rate if you keep stacking those. So Gladiator set. Other set you want to roll is the Divine G set. It's a pretty good set for tank. It will keep giving you a lot of shields, a lot of healing. It's a very good set in my opinion. And also good set for tank is Nextidia Shield of Wrath. When your HP drops below 30%, you will heal yourself up. Badel set is also good. It keeps you healing every time you use a shield. So if you use Tempest or Lava Quake or Magma or Gladiator, it will heal you over time. And then this is the most important set. You have to have the Rock set as a tank. You can get them, roll them a Legend, get them from some Fury Flame drops, but Rock set is very important because Rock set increases your crush resistance. Also increases the shield effect from Lava Quake, but increase the crush resistance so you won't be crushed. Like you'll be immune from crushing from hard raid bosses, heroic bosses, and so on. So very important if you're a tank to have these sets. Now, usually what I do is when I start a boss fight, I either start with Burning Blessing, okay, and I will usually have my Tempest up. So I will use my Burning Blessing, Tempest, Chains, and then Lava Quake ASAP so I can get my parry increase, right? And then Gladiator Hot to get my parry increase. When the boss is about to do some big hits, I put the Flaming Sigil down. Always keep rolling your chains on, make sure you hold that aggro. Always when you start a boss fight as a tank, do not start with chains. You always want to start with a different attack. So when you start a boss fight, use Lava Quake and then you use chains. That way you can hold aggro longer because sometimes the first chain, it makes you lose aggro and you get messed up basically. Alright, so that's my Gladiator tank guide. Any questions, ask me below. I will answer you guys questions about that. Now let's move on to Fang. My favorite path, Fang. So let's put on the spells which I use. So these are the spells I use as a Fang. Now, here's the two things you can do with the Fang, alright? Now you can either roll this setup, or you can grab the ammo drop in here instead of Lava Quake. Well, the reason I use Lava Quake is because Lava Quake gives me a shield, and Lava Quake does higher damage, increases Lava Quake damage by 50% when you're rolling the Fang set. So, oh yeah, totally, before I go, let me just give you guys the rune upgrades for tanking, alright? So for tanking, what you want to do is you want to have this one, the promotion skill can reset your Lava Quake. I don't have it very high. Also, you want to have these two spells right here as max as you can. Level 40 if possible, increase Lava Flaming Sigil HP increase. Also increases normal attack damage when under the Flaming Sigil, but focus on this one. Burning Blessing, same here. This is for the yellow runes. This is what you want to get as a tank. Now as on the red rune, let me find. The red rune you want to have, of course, increase the Searing Chain range. So you can cast it longer. You have Tempest, Rage, increase, so the Tempest is always rolling. And you want to have, of course, Tempest gives you a shield. Now that's the red runes. Now we go on to the blue runes. What you want to have on the blue runes is increased Lava Shield effect, of course, and then Magma Spike Resolution and Granite Shell. Now, let's go to the Fang. So as a Fang, now I use these spells because Magma Spikes is very important as a Fang. Magma Spikes right here, let me show you. So Magma Spikes are very important because Magma Spikes you can use it while walking as a Fang. You can't use that as Executioner, you can't use that while walking. But as a Fang, you can use it while walking, and the Magma Spikes gives you an additional crit bonus right here. The release of Magma Spike will increase crit range. Like everyone who's inside your Magma Spike range will get a 28% or 25% depending on your path level crit increase. So you'll do more crit. You want to use Tempest Rage because Tempest Rage reduces armor of the target, enemy's armors, and the range is increased as Tempest Rage. It will do a bigger AoE. Then you want to have Deadly Forge running, because Deadly Forge can reset your promotion skill like it did. You can reset your path skill like it just did, and Lava Quake, of course, for the increased damage and extra shield. Now, as the set you want to use is you want to run the Fang set, of course. The Fang set gives you your path spell will do more damage. It will every time you take damage, your Deadly Forge will reset, so you can reset your path talent again. Other sets you want to use is basically other DPS sets. So you want to get that Fang set. Right now, my sets are very messed up because I have to run 2 paths, both tank and DPS. But if I would focus on DPS, I would run like gas, of course, gas. You want to run that gas set. It does more damage. You want to run what's his name? Armillion if you can get, or Mana Flame. It's very easy to get that one too. And basically every DPS set can Malum if you have like all the DPS sets. It doesn't matter, but getting the Fang set is the most important thing. Now, my setup usually as a Fang is I always use Tempest first, because Tempest reduces the target's armor. I follow with Magma Spikes, get my crit up, then I follow up doing my path skill and then Deadly Forge. If it resets, I use it again. If not, then I don't, and then I wait again for my Magma Spikes to be ready, and I just follow up with the same setup. Now for the rune upgrades, you want to get this, increases Tempest duration up as high as you can, and you want to get Deadly Forge cooldown, Deadly Forge damage as high as you can, and then Magma Spike damage as high as you can. And that's for the red runes. For the yellow runes, there isn't much you can get up here. You can do the increased Lava Quake damage effect up for more damage, or you can just increase your Burning Blessing if you want to survive some hits or something as a Fang. Now, if you want to do the Anvil Drop tactic instead, so Anvil Drop will give you 20%, or it will give you a Wrath status, so it increases your crit even more. You can roll Anvil Drop instead of the Lava Quake, and then you can increase the Wilderness rune upgrade. Make sure you upgrade your Sandstorm, do more damage with Tempest Rage when they have reduced healing effect, because your Deadly Forge puts a reduced healing effect on the target. And basically that's what you want to upgrade as a Fang. So now let's move on to Executioner. So as the Executioner, the set I would roll as what I would roll as the Executioner is Anvil Drop and Meteor Crater. Now my Executioner path is level 1, so increases your crit by 10%, because the crit of Anvil Drop by 15% and damage by 100%, so you do more damage. Basically this is your main DPS path. You increase the attack speed, increase your strength by 3, vitality by 1, so this is your main DPS path, okay? As like it won't do damage because my path is low, but here's the good setup with this is, let me show you guys the same. Basically you want to get that L Executioner set, of course. You want to get, some people use a Bloodthirst set. They gives crit bonus, 2% crit and then 10% crit damage, because Executioners have a lot of crit. So like you see, as Executioner have 53% crit, so you crit a lot. Every time you crit with Meteor Crater, you have a chance to reset your Bloodthirst. So you can like crit, and Anvil Drop gives you more crit, and then you can follow with just keep critting, okay? You can just crit so much and do so much damage as Executioner. It's no long range. The good thing with Fang is every skill is long range, but while it comes to Executioner, you don't have that long range, but you have that insane damage. Now for the rune upgrades, look at the rune upgrades real quick. You want to have Tempest always up, of course, and you want to have the Deadly Forge increased damage. This Magma Spike isn't important for you as an Executioner. You want to have Beheading, Meteor Crater damage. Meteor Crater is one of the strongest skills as Executioner. Cooldown of Meteor Crater. And now for the blue, you want to have Wilderness, Wilderness and Wrath, so you get that crit bonus from it. Of course, Tempest damage increase, and that's about it. That's the Executioner. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good executioner, but this is my warrior guide. I hope this is helpful for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. If you have any questions, just ask me below and I will do my best to answer your questions, guys. And I hope this was helpful. And I love playing a warrior, so going through warrior real quick, it's the tank path, to tank basically every monster or player in the game. You have the Fang, which is more of a PvP class. It's a little PvE too. The good thing in PvE is it's a very long range class, so even though you're a warrior, you have your Fang, you have your Death Gaze, which is long range, you have your Deadly Forge, long range, Tempest Rage, long range, and then you can, Lava Quake is kind of long range, or Anvil Drop, but you can cast, just jump on top of the target. So a lot of long range here. Then you have Executioner, more attack speed, faster player, you can run faster, you can do more damage, but you have to be close to the boss. So that's basically all the paths. I prefer, of course, Fang because I love PvP, and I have to roll tank to tank the raids and stuff. So guys, I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching again, and tune in for more videos, guys.